Hi, I'm Phil.
I'm Deepa.
Hi, I'm Pooja.
And who are you?
Deepa's sister, visiting from Singapore.
Of course, you've already watched the previous 2 episodes. No one had just come straight to the final. But anyway, just in case you haven't, that's who she is. So, Pooja brought us Hibiki 21. And the whole point of this blind taste is from the attitude of, could it possibly be worth $800 or $1,000 or whatever the auction prices are these days? 43% ABV Japanese whiskey. Can it live up to that? It's impossible, isn't it? We have already been through round 1 of the ones we thought were kind of lighter and less complex. And I think so far that has held up. We did eliminate Yamazaki 12 and Hakushu 12 though. Both 43 ABV. But you know, after we shot the video, we noticed when you shake them, if you compare it to Story of the Spaniard, for example, they're both 43% ABV. But the foam, the bubbles that hang around in the Hakushu is so much longer. And then if you look at the Yamazaki, from what we have understood, shaking it like that and seeing that many bubbles, we would definitely say it's a higher ABV. But maybe it's just more oily, but it does suggest there's some high quality casks compared to Compass Box. What do you think? Someone explain. Anyway, we won't really be able to do that because obviously we're all in the blind bottles. Are we ready? Initial reaction. Number 1. Now, these are all richer than the first round is what we thought. That is rich.
I like it.
How much on the enthusiasm scale? Oh yeah, that's deep, isn't it?
Quite a long finish, I would say.
It's
nice. I like it.
Exciting.
It's very nice at the taste. It's very thin.
I thought it was rich.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, hang on. We've already done number 2. Let's not drink it because we don't have very much. Number 2. Where's our notes? We called this one Rich Bitter. And it was pretty rich and dark and tobacco-y as well. So that's going to be interesting comparison.
Yes. Okay.
Number 3. Smells lighter and a bit more grassy.
More spicy than the first one.
Oh, that's quite... If this one is sweeter, richer, this one is more grassy.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Yeah. I thought people would like that.
Be smoky, be savory.
That reminded me a bit of Deanston grassiness.
Danish 14.
Deanston, Oban, Kleinlich. Number 8.
Oh, finish.
Oh, a bit of smoke in that.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, actually quite peaty.
Quite smoky. I can almost feel the smoke still coming out of my mouth.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, by peaty, it's probably a little more than about double Highland Park peatiness.
I love the sound. It's also beady.
I'm not a fan of smoky whiskey, so I'd still go with the...
We might have to leave that one till last when we taste so it doesn't stick. Maybe have a little bit of water before the next one. Well, this has a similar nose, a little bit of peat here as well, maybe.
I would say lighter, not a very long finish.
It's not, yes, the peat isn't heavy. It's simpler. I'm less enthusiastic about that one.
Very funny, savory flavor.
So, at least on first reaction.
Least enthusiastic till now.
Yeah, I'm still thinking back here was more exciting. But they're pretty damn good so far.
Yeah.
This is stronger than the previous one.
Oh, that's good.
I like it, yeah.
That is quite dialed in.
Also stronger, sweeter, sweet.
Another good quality one. I have to say they've all been good quality at this point.
Wow.
Oh, not much on the nose on this one. Definitely probably the most delicate.
But I would also say complex. There is
There's depth to it.
There's like a complexity.
But it's not like peat smoke hitting you, is it? Okay.
Smoky and delicate.
Oh, smoky? I was just saying there's no peat smoke.
I didn't find it smoky here.
Okay, good.
I think it's the first one, but they all are pretty good.
I thought it might be the best. Well, we'll go through them. We'll leave this one till the last, just because the peat smoke.
Also it's smoky as well.
Now, again, we know the $30 bottle is no longer in here.
Got the sherry in it.
But just think, one of these is $800.
Oh.
Based on what you've just experienced, I should have thought about this before we did it. I'm thinking. Go on. Any choices?
Smoky.
If it's all very balanced and neutral, it could be over here. If it's more rich and exciting, it could be here.
More of this.
But that one we thought was boring. I think it's a bit plain.
I could do either.
Could I go between the 12 and what's that number?
Okay, your life depends on it. We each have to pick a different one. Which one's it going to be? I'm going to pick. Okay, I'm going to go for one. Yeah.
I'm saying 12 is Hibiki 21.
Okay, we will find.
Are we just doing this because it's like in front of us?
So we will now go and do our detailed notes, and we will take another guess, and we'll do our reveals. Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
The whole point is we have never had Japanese whiskies before, and I was even surprised how much peat was on the last ones. All right, back in a minute, which will be about an hour for us. Overall, did this come across as better than the first round?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yummy.
I would say.
Richer, certainly. So I think we're definitely more sherry here. Complexity, some of them surprised me that they weren't as complex as I was expecting, but they all had sherry. Apart from maybe that one was a bit lighter. Do we know which one we like the best? Hang on, are you ready?
I am
3,
ready.
2, 1. All right. Do we also think the ones we like the best is Hibiki 21, or do you want to change?
I'll stay.
So you think...
I think this is...
So you think this is Hibiki 21 and you like it the best?
Yes.
Do you think this is Hibiki 21?
Hibiki.
Okay. So although you like this one, you think this might be Hibiki.
I will pronounce the word.
Oh, you think this might be the Craigellachie 23?
And the Hibiki.
I like this one the best, but I think that might be Craigellachie 23. I think Hibiki might be one of these that we don't like as much. It could be Sweet Disappointment. That's what we called it. Okay, I need to actually say, don't I? I think this might be Hibiki 21 as well, because the finish was long. So I'm going with Puja. All right, names, what we came up with. Sweet Disappointment, Citrus Sherry, Sherry Flowers, Sweet Ash, quite heavily peated, Lemon Fresh, Rich Bitter from round 1, Metallic Coconut. Now, some of these I think maybe not quite as good as the ones we liked the most in the last round. So this may not necessarily be in order of overall preference, but there's too many to go through.
The smell was much better than the taste.
Let's start with Sweet Disappointment, number 12, because start drinking. Because on the nose, this was actually very good. It was, it came across as rich sherry, maybe a little bit grapey, a bit oaky and green leaves as well. Nut oil, maybe quite a bit of ex-bourbon, vanilla and coconut coming through as well.
I'm not so disappointed somehow.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so it's now better than expected?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
it's
better.
Yeah.
Nah, Japanese it gets finished. That means like.
So when we were going through, we started at this end and finished there.
It's not. It's done.
And I think the problem is we didn't write very much for the palate.
Yeah.
And it's one of those whiskies where the nose is more exciting than the palate. And then the palate is stepped down, but then the finish is less.
Yes, less. I would say I'm not excited, but less disappointed. If that makes sense.
Perfect. So I think we're going to reveal it.
Okay, great.
So let's make some guesses. Actually, the finish is quite long now, but it's caramel with a bit of licorice. So I'm thinking it's quite young. No age statement or 12 for me. Do you think it's young or old?
I don't think it's old.
Price? Do you want to guess a price?
$80.
Is it Japanese?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Japanese. $45, $50.
I'm thinking 70. Okay, what have we got?
A Yamazaki 18.
Oh, now this is interesting because, so it's Yamazaki 18-year-old. It's 43 ABV. And this can be anything up to 600 plus.
Really?
$600 to $800 at auction now. We didn't like Yamazaki 12 either.
So we are
I
consistent.
prefer that one more. That is.
Okay, well, it's not Hibiki 21, but that is a bit of a shock, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like...
So basically for us, Yamazaki has disappointed twice because we only put it ahead of Toki, the $30 one. Right,
Well.
let's turn that one over. Okay, it is turned over.
Yeah.
No, I prefer this one.
Now, we have we actually have two which are lower ones, but the PT one is a little bit of a different category. Sherry Flowers is what we think might be Hibiki 21 though.
Possible.
So let's leave it for now. Sweet Ash. I'm not sure, I mean, I'm biased towards Pete
Me too.
and you're biased against Pete. So it kind of scored lower because we had some extreme numbers. I don't think Hibiki 21 would be as peated as this.
No. I think this is the one which you said earlier, the Craigellachie.
Craigellachie?
Yeah.
That's true, it could be, although I don't know, I wouldn't expect Craigellachie to be this peated, but you might be right. This was obviously peat, probably at about twice the level of Highland Park. I think I said that
Just
earlier.
get deep. This.
Deep, rich. I think the deep, rich can sometimes come just from the peat complexity.
The peat is overpowering everything.
Okay, for you it's overpowering. So we thought underneath there was some kind of walnut matchstick sherry going on and a bit of the roasted peanut mushroom. So it seemed to me like there was a little bit of Ardbeg in here.
And goes the taste of green ash.
Green ash. Oh, I got a little bit of washing up liquid that time. The peat is pretty strong. Yeah, I'm actually more disappointed. I scored that higher. I'm more disappointed this time. Because underneath the peat, there isn't that much going on.
I prefer Ardbeg.
Okay. Wow, we didn't give much money for the...
I would say not Japanese.
Well, we had a peated one yesterday, and I was surprised how many Japanese actually do note as a peat as the flavour.
Nikka.
So I'm... Okay. But I'm thinking it's Japanese.
Japanese.
I think it's pretty young again. Just like the 18-year-old.
I give it $80.
110.
90.
This is Nikka Yoichi. Did you just say Nikka?
Yeah.
Oh no, but I didn't get a blind.
No.
It
It's not peaty and salty. This is the Nikka Yoichi 10-year-old. It is expensive though. But a lot of these are auction prices. That's the problem. This could be over $200, but I think it was more like $100 bottle. So 45 ABV, so a little bit higher strength. 10-year-old. Hey, I think we were pretty accurate with that one. for a change.
For me, saying it's totally not Japanese.
Hibiki 21 is not showing yet. Even though we scored this one slightly higher, let's do this one next because right, citrus sherry. Oh yeah, light honey sherry on this one. This was a bit sugar sweet, we thought, and it has a little bit of, it's either lemon powder or mango powder, or Deepa actually said talcum powder.
I think it's okay. It's quite simple, not that complex.
It's watery.
Yeah, it's not impressive for me.
Is it another one where the nose is better
Oh,
and then the palate
Yes,
is less?
yeah.
Actually,
The
we've
nose-
written
yeah, the-
short light for the
The
vintage.
The nose had a lot going on, but for the taste, it's kind of average, I would say.
Oh yeah, that's actually quite thin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, that's more of a disappointment than...
Yeah, then
but
our name. The
I have to
Sweet
say though,
Disappointment.
as a name, Sweet Disappointment is perfect considering this is Yamazaki 18.
Yeah.
I just want to say, is it better?
I think it's better.
There's a little more going on there, but wow, that is not special, that Yamazaki. Okay,
$80.
hang on, wait. We haven't made any guesses. We're thinking
$80.
$80. I think
Okay.
it's pretty young. Is it Japanese? I think it's Japanese.
I think it's Japanese, and just by the fact that it's Japanese, I would say it's $130.
Probably a good guess.
$130.
Okay, I'll go for a 10-year costing $150.
Okay.
What is it?
Oh my gosh!
Have we definitely got the right
My
bottle?
my hands are shaking.
Hibiki 21?
This is the Hibiki. This
Well,
is the
no, this is why I didn't open the bottle.
this is the Hibiki 21.
Take it back with you.
Wow.
Wow.
That is shocking. Okay, let's talk about it for a bit because this is significant. We're talking about a $1,000 bottle potentially, which will be up for sale shortly.
I will give you back the pizza.
No, we're going to sell it.
Oh, you're not returning?
Does anybody want a Hibiki 21? We'll include a sample. Let's talk about it a little bit because the whole point of this was to not to identify, but the whole point is it really worth it? So now we know it's Hibiki. Let's put our minds into the...
That is worth $1,000.
Let's say we've spent the money and we're like, okay, get ready. You're about to
we're
try
about
Hibiki
to
21.
try this.
It's so...
It makes a difference. I think I like this. It's just psychologically now very nice.
Okay, I have to say this. That is very drinkable. So I can understand how that is sort of like the Johnny Walker Blue Label where people who aren't whiskey nerds can go straight to that, drink it without being offended. But there is not much going on in that.
I like it. It's nice. But simple.
Yeah.
It has a long finish. I'm now that I
I'm
know and-
but not for $1,000.
Wow.
For $100, it's good enough.
wow.
It's very good.
Okay. Let's just be honest though. It did not stand up to the other ones and it was actually scoring relatively low. Let's take a moment for Hibiki
Really?
21.
To
I've got to get my breath.
absorb the shock, let's say.
Can we at least look at the bottle?
Yes, please.
It
It just seems so much darker, the color in the bottle.
Yeah.
You think it's the illusion.
It can be like that. Okay, now let's go back in time I looked up Total Wine, what they sold this for, and it was $2.99 plus taxes. So even at a $300 bottle, I would be like, not really.
So?
Are we ready to move on?
No, I'm still under shock, but let's move on, yes.
Okay, I'll put the box away. Do we need the box? Let's just put them side by side. We should think of some quiz to send someone a Hibiki 21. I'll think of a question and I'll put it at the top comment and we'll have a little who wants to try it. And thanks to Sean for sharing that sample with me. Right, we have a score, an overall score of 15, 18, 23, 22. Right, so this is the one we thought was Hibiki 21.
I still like it, actually.
Sherry flowers. Now, coming straight from the Hibiki 21, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is better.
Same for me.
But it's also not that amazing. This is a little bit banana sherry this time.
I liked it.
I would say the finish
very
on
soft.
this, the finish on this was longer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this
Yeah.
one,
Longer.
got it.
Longer on the Hibiki 21.
Do you think there's any peat in this at all? Like a tiniest bit?
If anything, it's slightly flatter than this one. This one, I put it on.
But I did note down that we found it hard to pick out notes for the palate. For the nose.
I think in a way that's why I also went for it, because I was like, okay, this is hard to pick and that's
Mysterious.
Mysterious.
So, but now I'm looking at the notes. We actually didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
Delicate, mild, light, sweet. Maybe a little bit of toasted honey, rising green pepper, but not that strong, and a little bit of a celery green kind of note underneath. But we did say long finish. No, we wrote short and long.
But I'm thinking, oh,
Short. I'm getting short.
Does short and long add up to a medium? Hang on, I need to see what else we might have said. We actually scored this slightly below Hibiki 21. Just a little bit. Japanese?
Yes.
Japanese, yes.
Do you think it's below $1,000?
Yes.
Let's get back up a dollar.
I would say 120.
You know, it's so hard to judge a price scale because you're in art prices. Pretty much anything that's unavailable is art prices. I think it is... Oh, I think we might have a 17-year-old Japanese whiskey. What else could it be?
This was Hibiki. This was
Yamazaki 18. Something Japanese that's 17 years old and $200.
That's old.
This is Nikka Taketsuru and it's 17 years old.
Wow.
It's about 250, but it could be as high as 400. Wow, these
prices
Hey,
are...
if you want to spend a lot of money, at least buy this one instead of the Hibiki 21. So
No, this is slightly better than this. This is a bit flatter.
go back and have another sip.
At this rate, we might need to open our bottle.
That's true.
I think it's slightly better than this.
Okay, we are down to the final three. One of these is Craigellachie 23, and I think it's this one.
I would go with you.
Metallic coconut, rich bitter from round... This is from round one.
It could be 23.
All right,
But I thought this one, it could be either the two.
let's do lemon fresh, because that was the next lowest, but scoring pretty good at 18. Now, these were just marks out of 10 between us, so it doesn't represent what we really think of them necessarily. Right, lemon fresh. So this was, again, sherry. Now, these are all pretty close to each other. The initial nose is always sherry something. But the sherry here was a little bit fresher than the others. But there is a touch of matchstick and dusty caramel. But it was a bit crisper. And for me, I was like, Deanston.
I find the finish
It's
not so
wonderful.
long.
Deeper likes
Like a
it.
short finish.
Short finish.
Yeah.
I love this. In fact, that's the best so far. Yeah. I'm not tasting it.
I'm not so crazy about this one. It's like so for me.
Taste that one and tell me if you want to move. I like that a lot. But I keep thinking Deanston, and I don't remember putting Deanston in this blind tasting. But it's possible. I thought I only put the Craigellachie in.
Oh, it's beautiful. Crisp.
Which way are you going?
This one.
I like this a lot, and I'm like ranking it up here somewhere. But you don't like it because I think the tastes are a bit challenging. Because it's like sometimes... Okay, you know Chinese candy? Where you, from a Western point of view, you're like, ooh, candy, and you unwrap something, and then you get some like salt plum, or Japanese kind of flavours.
I think that's Craigellachie 23.
Okay, Deepa's saying this is Craigellachie 23.
I can't say because I really don't know what that is.
You had it last time.
Last year.
No, you had it in the previous round.
17 years.
I think it's 23.
But it was more tobacco-y, and this is more light and grass.
I can't really guess what it is, but I didn't like it much.
Do you think it's Japanese?
I think it's Japanese.
One of the Japanese ones we had yesterday, when I looked up the notes for making the video graphics, it was talking about being, I think it was Hakushu? Might be wrong. Anyway, the one that was set in the forest and had a more green, grassy type of flavour. So whatever that one was it Hakushu? I'll go with that. Price. I think this is pretty old. I think we're over... How much price-wise? 230. Okay, well, you're just saying it's Craigellachie. I think this is, again, over 17 years. 18. I'm going for... I can't remember what we're up to.
I'll say $150.
I'd be happy to pay $150 for this. Let's see what it is. This is Craigellachie 23.
Well done.
I thought done because of that freshness.
I'm clearly not a whiskey
We own this one. Hooray!
expert.
Okay, that's a win for Deepa.
It's a beautiful freshness. It made me very happy.
But I gave you the opportunity to go first place and you said no. So this is still first place for you.
No.
This is first place for me. Okay, let's do a final.
It's order.
Let's do a taste. Oh, well, nose. Which one are we going to reveal last?
I quite like this one. It is. It has something going on. Like, you know, I feel it's has flavors which makes me think.
And you're on this one?
Mm-hmm.
Scores. This one is actually the highest between all of us. So I think let's reveal metallic coconut next.
This is definitely more intense.
What do you prefer?
Actually, we scored both of these identical. Pooja's the only difference. These are very close to being equal. But we're going to reveal metallic coconut. Now, let's do our tasting notes. I'm going to need some more.
Would you prefer that?
Go and have a taste. On the nose, definitely deep, rich, malty sherry this time. A little bit oily, nutty. A dusty coconut and a touch green again. What are you getting?
I'm getting like...
Do you like it?
I like it, yes.
I'm getting
it has
heavy.
rich, yeah. What comes to mind is rich, heavy. And when you say that metallic coconut...
It's a good one.
This is definitely more leathery. Yeah. A bit of that green celery thing going on again. There's a touch of an orange sherry note to it.
I prefer this.
Long finish. I mean, it's still going, isn't it? Licorice. Okay.
I would prefer this one also. What's this?
Okay.
Rich bitter. Yeah.
I'm just going to move you over here.
Yeah. Rich bitter.
Would you prefer this?
I like this one. I like those deeper, challenging, bittery, nice things. Well, it's not Craigellachie 23, and I have no idea what else is in here now. I'm presuming it must be Japanese, these two, but who knows? Here we go. This is... Oh, hang on. I didn't ask you, did I?
$dollars? We didn't say how.
I didn't ask you. It's Japanese because I just saw Nikka as I went past.
No, I was going to say both are Japanese.
Yeah.
And I would say like... Oh, you already just said that.
Is it old or young?
Old. I would
I think
say
we
like
all think it's
more
old.
than 15 years.
So pretty expensive, especially if it's Japanese. Old.
It's old.
About 200.
18.
I think it's old as well. I would
would
say
say.
it's probably even older than... Where's the 17, whichever one that one was.
I'm going with $200.
300 plus. This is... It's a no age statement. There's no age. Oh, no, it was under the tape. It's 21 years old.
Wow!
This is Nikka Taketsuru 21 pure malt. This is a $300 up to $800 bottle.
Wow.
It's butter.
To me, this let's go back. Is there anything left? Not really.
I have some.
To me, this blows away the Hibiki 21.
I prefer this any day.
Yeah. That is great. Now, we actually like the other Nikka as well, didn't we? Seems like we're Nikka fans more than Hibiki fans.
Beautiful.
I'm starting to think of Hibiki as the Johnny Walker Blue Label and the Nikka as something a bit more in the Craigellachie
I
range.
would agree with you. Hibiki, I just had a
it's
sip. It's
after
very
price.
drinkable.
Drinkable.
Yes.
It's half the price.
Well, it depends where you buy it in the auction. Great. I would definitely be putting it up here. This, let's taste one more time. Oh, that's right. We don't, this is, wait, the one from the first round is now the winner? All right, this is all we got left. One last chance to say, is it better than the Nikka 21? It's lighter though. A little sulfur matches. Malty sweetness. It's slightly more lemony. Maybe a tiny touch of peat.
And it's peak, definitely peak.
Can I change to the first one?
You're happier here?
I'm happier there, yeah.
This does have... It's maybe the peat.
It's about
Yeah,
soft
it's
and
the
it's
feet.
maybe 18 years.
Do you want to move over or are you staying?
I like
I
this.
prefer this.
Definitely comes across as a little fresher in flavours. A bit lighter, fresher, but there's a lot of nice things going on in there. Grassy, honey type of notes.
More of a granny's 14.
It's
With a touch of Arctic.
not overly sweet, quite savoury.
It's beautiful.
I think it's pretty old, but there's more complexity here. I would think it's in the 17, 18 year
I think
range.
the freeze is about
I
soft.
would say like 12 years or something.
Oh, younger.
Yeah.
Okay. Prices then? On the scale of things, under 500.
I'm not saying any prices.
I would say
because
250.
It's Nikka again.
I mean, I'm a Nikka.
This is
I have a Nikka.
a no age statement. It's $75. It's Nikka Yoichi single malt, which is, I think, the replacement for maybe some of their previous age
beautiful.
statements.
There was another Nikka. There is another.
This is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's another Nikka. 10 years.
That's the 10. So we like the single malt, the Nikka Yoichi, more than the 10 year.
I think more expensive.
And I think that's pretty fair because we said that it's lighter, fresher.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was pretty old. If I can buy a bottle of that, if it's available now, I know no Japanese is available, but if this is under $100 for a Japanese whiskey experience, the winner's got to go to the Nikka Yoichi single malt. If If you want to blow some money, go for the Taketsuru, Nikka Taketsuru 21. If you want to waste some money...
Or impress.
Now, we should say, you didn't go out and spend $1,000 to buy this.
No, this was bought like many years ago in Japan.
It was
for
bought
a couple
at
of
retail.
$100. Yeah, just like maybe even $200-300 in Japan. Yeah.
Okay, how are we going to summarize our Japanese whiskey journey? On the scale of things that we've tried before, how does it all kind of line up? I mean, it's not like long row and heavy peated things, is it? They're all relatively delicate and balanced.
I'm very, very impressed with the quality.
Yes.
Very fantastic.
And if we do the shake test through
I
these,
also I found myself that I've Nikka. I've never had Nikka before because the previous brand Daisy and Nikka. It was such a beautiful, so good. But how many years was that? But that was 22 years.
I don't know if it had an age statement.
Nikka.
Hang on. Look at this. The Hibiki 21. The bubbles
Doesn't
actually
do-
disappear
yeah.
pretty quickly. And this is equally 43 ABV. And look how they sit compared to...
That's interesting. What does it
It's
mean?
not oily.
Well, I wonder if the Hibiki is filtered at all. The first thing is the bubbles show you how strong the alcohol is, but the oiliness preserves the bubbles longer and typically better, I don't know, I'm making it up now, better quality casks, more oily ingredients will give you a longer run. These bubbles disappear just like the compass box, whereas the Nikkas hang in there. I'm going to shake every bottle in Total Wine from now on before I buy. This is a bit lighter. That's the Craigellachie. Oh, it's empty. Great. Now we know we're Nikka fans.
Nikka have a good reputation.
It does with us. And that's all that counts.
Let's buy all the Nikkas before.
Before we publish this video, we're going to buy all the Nikkas. Final thoughts, Pooja? What do you feel about Hibiki 21?
I am very surprised.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be really buying another Hibiki 21
Yeah.
at the prices that it's going for. It's more like become like a statement, like an art piece.
I mean, just think, you could sell that and almost buy 10 of these.
Yeah. I'm surprised by this whole thing. I'm very impressed with this
Yeah.
experience.
I would say it came in middle of the pack.
Absolutely. I did not expect this, at all. Because when you said to choose, there was a lot going on in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, color, or this, or,
Yeah.
I have to get it right. And I was like 99% sure. Of course, I know it. I know this,
In my head, I was thinking, I'm going to be disappointed with the Hibiki, which is why I was burdened with the gift. That sounds awful, doesn't it? But I knew that if we tasted it like this, we would find out the truth before we spent the money.
So actually, a sample.
Yes,
Yeah.
luckily through bottle sharing, I was able to get a sample and all these other samples, which allowed us to do it.
Who is
Got a
Hibiki
sherry.
21 credited to?
Credited to or gifting to?
No, as it, who has gifted it to you?
Oh, this came from Sean.
Oh, okay. My friend who I met at the Tomatin
Okay.
opening.
I think we're done here. Thanks for bringing it.
Welcome? Shall I say welcome?
Yeah.
You want more Hibikis?
Hope you enjoyed it, even though it was long.